Hi, folks. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am here live on my business page on Facebook. You may be watching in archive either on Facebook or on YouTube. I thank you so much for being here. I am here, as I am every Thursday, to do a recap of the Tarot Topics Weekly newsletter. I put out a weekly e-newsletter called Tarot Topics. It comes into your inbox every Wednesday. You can also read it on Facebook or on my website, christianagaudet.com. So each week I tackle a different topic. Each week the newsletter has a number of different articles looking at that topic from different ways, as well as letting you know what I've got going on. I see people coming into the room. Thanks so much for being here. So in just a minute, I'll share with you the topic, and we're also going to do some readings around the topic. So if you're looking for a reading, we are reading on a specific topic, but I'll let you ask your questions. So go ahead, if you're here, go ahead and say hi in the comments. So first of all, the topic of the newsletter is let your mind wander well. So what did I mean by that? You know, from the time we were small children, we were told to stay on task, to not let our minds wander. And there's good reasons for that. You know, if you let your mind wander in school, you're not paying attention, you're not learning the lesson. If you let your mind wander while you're driving, you could get into an accident. It's important to stay focused. It's important to stay on task. It's also true that many of us are practicing mindfulness, which is the practice of being very mindful of the moment, not living in the past, not living in the future, but living in the moment. So what am I doing encouraging people to let their minds wander? And what do I mean by letting your mind wander well? A lot of people have stopped in to say hello. Jennifer, Julie, Megalina, Carol, Karen, I'm so happy you guys are here. Thanks so much. So here's the thing. As much as we need to stay focused on task, and as much as we need to be mindful, we also need to have safe time and space to let our mind wander, because it is the wandering mind that is the imaginative mind, that is the creative mind, and is the intuitive mind. And especially for we who do divination, if we cannot let our minds wander, we are not going to be very good diviners. Now, what do I mean by letting your mind wander well? Well, the problem is, a lot of us, when we let our mind wander, it goes to that place, it especially likes to go there at 3 o'clock in the morning when you wake up, to all the things I shouldn't have done or shouldn't have said, all the things I should have said but didn't, all of our regrets, all of our upsets from the past, and all of our anxieties about the future. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So when I say let your mind wander well, what I mean is when we let the mind wander, we have to be disciplined enough to let it wander to positive things, to creative visualization, to philosophy, to good ideas, to spiritual connection, to allowing downloads from spirit, to allowing creative ideas. That's what I mean when I say, let your mind wander well. Patricia, Joanne, Lori, it's so nice to see you here. Thanks so much for being here. So, a couple of things from the newsletter. First of all, I have an article every week called Cards for Your Consideration, where I think about a tarot deck or a particular card or something that somehow connects to my topic. So I figured there were really 3 cards that would primarily speak to this topic of letting your mind wander, of developing your imagination. And I figured they could be the moon, they could be the 2 of wands, or the 7 of cups. And I decided to focus on the 7 of cups. And that's because so often we will see that simply as a card of choices. Oh, look, there's all these cups filled with so many different things. What am I going to choose? But it is also a card of fantasy and imagination. And it can come up to tell you to dream more, to imagine more. It can also tell you not to let your mind go toward dark imaginings. And that was really the whole point I was trying to get to. Brenda, nice to see you. So the other point that I think is very important is all about the third eye. So the brow chakra, or the third eye, has to do with our eyesight, our imagination, and our intuition. Now, when we are children, oh, I'm getting love from Brenda. Thank you so much, Brenda. Hey, Cindy, nice to see you. When we were children, not only were we told not to let the mind wander, we were also told not to give in to fits of our imagination. I remember the first divination experience I had when I was a child. I was 8 years old. Many of you have heard this story. This is really my psychic origin story. I had received a pack of Gypsy Witch fortune-telling cards in my Christmas stocking because my mother was the most awesome Christmas stocking woman in the world. I tried to do the same for my kids as I was growing up. I hope I did half as well as she did. So it was a joke gift. It was just meant as a joke. But I played with it, and I found truth in it right away. Hey, Jill, nice to see you here. So I found truth in it. And I went to tell an adult. I was so excited. Oh my gosh, this works. And what did the adult say to me? Say it with me. It's just your imagination. And so when we are adults and we try divination again, we take a tarot class, we go to an intuitive development seminar, we read a book on it. We don't want it to be our imagination. So we shut down the imagination consciously. And then we look to the intuition. But since it's all in the third eye, it's not going to work very well. We have to open to our imagination in order to be intuitive. Now, this is one of the reasons I love tarot so much, is because tarot really works so well with the third eye, because we see the pictures with our eyesight, they capture the imagination, and they open up the intuition. So that's what I spoke about in my newsletter this week. If you haven't read it, you can see a copy of it right here on this page on Facebook. You can also go to my website, christianagaudet.com. You can find it there, and while you're there, you can sign up to subscribe to make sure you never miss it. I do a different topic every week. Now, I also always put in the newsletter something having to do with your psychic development or your tarot practice. And in this particular newsletter, I had 3 ways of using intuition in your tarot readings. Of course, there's many more than 3, but I shared 3. But what I'd like to do right now is offer just a few readings on this topic, on the topic of imagination and intuition, on how you yourself can be developing your imagination or your intuition. Or maybe you are one who needs to learn not to let your imagination run into the dark spaces. I will look at the cards for you and see what you need to know about your imagination and intuition. If you would like, just type in the request in the comments, and I'll be happy to do just a few readings. Now, Joanne has a question about the Hanged Man. Change our attitudes and allow ourselves to be more imaginative and open. You know, I love that in that context. That actually makes a huge amount of sense. Because, you know, what do we say about the Hanged Man? If you can't change your situation, you have to change your perspective. How do you change your perspective? That really is about looking at things differently. That is about imagination. And that would offer an opening to intuition. So Brenda's the first to take me up on my offer here. And of course, Brenda is a very imaginative person. She herself is an artist as well as a tarot reader. Okay, very good. So Brenda, what do you need to know? You know, the whole thing, you got the 7 of Wands reversed. And for me, that is so much about how you share with other people. I think the more that you read for others, the more that you share art with others, the more that you're opening up yourself as well as for others, Brenda. And so you're on your path and you are doing it. Just keep doing it. Okay, very good. So there's a lot of requests here. I do have a limited amount of time. I'll get to as many people as I can. And thank you guys for being with me today. Okay, Naomi, let's see what we see for you. Okay, judgment reverse. Naomi, I think that when you let your mind wander, you sometimes wander to things that you don't have closure to. Things from your own life that hurt you or that upset you or that feel unfinished. You need to put closure to the past so you can let your mind wander to your own creativity and to your own best possibilities for the future, and so that you can download intuitive information from the universe. This also says to me that you are not listening to the messages from your ancestors and your angels. Quiet yourself and listen for the messages from those in spirit and those who watch over you. Thank you so much, Naomi. Okay, great question from Cindy. How does one distinguish between imagination versus intuition? Well, you have to figure out whether your imagination is based on fear, hope, or just the wandering of the mind. And if it is just the wandering of the mind, it probably is your intuition. But if there's fear or hope attached to it, that might be your imagination or your anxiety. Naomi liked her reading. Yes, excellent. Very good. Okay. Wendy, how can Wendy better tap into her intuition? So nice to see you here today, Wendy. Oh, Ace of Wands reversed. So the way I see that, that's really about the fire element. And in this case, I'm making it be about the chakras, the Kundalini energy. What I think you need to do, Wendy, is do meditation work, starting in the root chakra, breathing into the root, grounding yourself, bringing energy all the way up through the chakras and opening up that way, connecting from the crown to heaven, connecting from the root to earth, and breathing with that and seeing what comes to you when you breathe. In that process, you will download a lot of good intuitive information. And if you do that regularly, it will make you more intuitive in general. That's true for all of us. That's a good exercise for everyone, but it specifically came to me for you, Wendy. Okay, Jill. Jill, 8 of Cups reversed. You got to get out of your own way, girl. I think you are so busy with, excuse me for putting it this way, but there's this old Buddhist phrase about the chattering monkey mind. That's the anxiety. You got to get out of that, and then you will be able to tap into your imagination, your creativity, and your intuition. Carol, so nice to see you here. Carol, you got the 7 of Cups. That's the card we were talking about. So you really just have to allow yourself to be creative and imaginative and recognize that if you open your mind, you can create whatever you want and you can know whatever you need to know. Acknowledge that and do that, and there you will be. For you, Julie. Julie, 3 of Wands. You have to start imagining good things for your future. You have to look to the future with hope and be hopeful about your life and yourself. Jill liked her reading. Very good. Brenda liked her reading. Very good. Hey, T, nice to see you. Okay. T, 4 of Swords, meditation. Take the time out to meditate. You are so busy. You have so much going on. You have so many responsibilities. You just need to take time out. The rest you already know how to do. From Jennifer, reining in imagination too much or focusing on all that comes? Interesting question. Let's see what we got for you. Jennifer, you are carrying a heavy, heavy, heavy burden. 10 of Wands. We know what that is. There's a lot of stuff there. And that burden can cause you to go to the place of dark imagining, that place of worry and anxiety. Allow spirit to help you carry your burden. Allow your angels in to help you. and you'll be fine. Okay, Karen, my imagination keeps going wild about my two daughters and their schooling. How can I move my imagination into a more positive realms? Very good. So yeah, that's imagination taking you to the place of anxiety. You have to really discipline yourself away from that. Breathe, put yourself in a place of trust. Let's see what the cards say. Four of Cups reversed. You know, the thing is, when it comes to our children, at the end of the day, even though we have the best hopes for them, and I'm a mom too, my kids are grown, even though we have the best hopes for them, really, parenting our children is a lot about harm reduction because the world will harm our children. And so you have to acknowledge you're doing the best you can and that nothing is going to be perfect, but it's going to be okay. So I hope that's helpful. Okay, Pamela, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Ooh, Six of Pentacles. Pamela, do you read for others? Are you a professional reader or are you a hobbyist reader considering being a professional reader? This sort of makes me say that you should actually use your intuition to help others, that you may be a healer, a reader, something of that nature. I think you already harness it very well, and you just need to really be open to sharing it. That's what shows up for me. Joanne, Two of Wands reversed. Okay, so Pamela, yes, you are. Okay, to me, that is full steam ahead from the universe. Whatever you're doing, do more of it, my friend. Now, for you, oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm getting a lot of love here from Jennifer, from Karen. Thank you guys so much. Joanne, Two of Wands reversed. I think you often imagine everything going to crap. And, you know, there's reasons that we might. But rather than being realistic, try to be optimistic. Sometimes imagining good things causes good things to happen. Okay. TK, nice to see you here. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. TK, the Empress reversed. This is about moving your energy, your imagination, your intuition toward helping your mother. Putting all of that energy toward nurturing her and helping her. And I know that's what you're doing anyway. But this just tells you you're on the right track for doing that. Pamela says, yes, I'm trying to figure out how to make it a business. I'm extremely intuitive and I am a healer, tarot reader, animal communicator. Thank you. So my book, Fortune Stellar, might be very helpful to you. And I also do business mentoring, just saying. But, you know, you got your clear go-ahead from the universe here today to go make it happen, my friend. Okay. Cindy, Devil reversed. Devil reversed. I think that you have some anxieties and dark imaginings that you need to release. You need to consciously, like, get behind me, Satan. When those thoughts come to you, let them go, and the rest will flow beautifully. Okay, Patricia. This is Patricia Lynn. Okay. TK, you're going to be more than dutiful. You're going to be awesome and amazing. And I'm sorry that Florida is losing you, but you're doing the right thing. Okay, let's see. Patricia Lynn. Oh, another Eight of Cups reversed. You have to get out of your own way. You are stuck in your own thinking, and therefore your mind is not wandering to where it needs to go. Okay, very good. Marcy, here you go. So what we're focusing on here is your imagination, your intuition, how you let your mind wander in a way that will nurture your imagination and your intuition and let go of your anxiety. Those are the readings we're doing here today. For you, Marcy, Three of Pentacles reversed. My feeling is you've got so much going on in your life that you don't take time. You may not have time for meditation. You may not have time to do the learning or the work for your own development, or just take the time to allow that to happen. So I think for you, it's going to be about time management. Miguelina. Okay, what do we see for you, Lena? The Wheel of Fortune reversed. I think your mind turns to dark imaginings. I think you need to look toward the positive rather than the darkness. There's too much fear here. Okay, very good, very good. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Kate Rosado, I'm so glad I'm actually not working and get to see you before it's been too long. It has been too long. Okay, so again, the question we're working on having to do with this week's newsletter topic. It's all about letting your mind wander to the places of creativity, imagination, and intuition. And what do you need to know about that, my friend Kate? Ace of Pentacles reversed, which is funny because what you said is I'm not working. Ace of Pentacles reversed to me would be very much about not working. But, you know, when we talk about the intuitive development, the imagination, the creativity, I'm going to say don't try too hard. Relax, breathe, and let it come and trust in your own internal process. That's what I'm saying to you, Kate. Okay, very good. You guys, thank you. So kind. A lot of kindness going on for my book, Fortune Stellar, from Brenda and Pamela. Thank you. Okay, so Priyanka, I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. Here we go. Let's see what we've got for you. King of Wands. So you're an incredibly creative person. Focus on your creativity. Give yourself time and space and materials to do creative projects, and the rest will come easily. Thank you. Okay, Cindy. So this is what you need to do to get a reading. Again, we're doing readings on your intuition, your imagination, and your creativity, and what you can do to develop that. For you, Cindy, and this is Cindy Majiring. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Queen of Swords. So you're a very intelligent person, and you're a just the facts, ma'am, kind of person. Kate says extreme overthinker here, but I'll try harder not to try. Yes, yes, yes. That's what you got to do for sure. Okay, so back to you, Cindy Majiring. You're an overthinker too. It's all about shutting down the conscious mind so the subconscious and unconscious mind can come forward. That's what you need. Robin Renee, one of the most creative people I know, an amazing musician, and herself a reader. Let's see what we've got for you, Robin. Ooh, Page of Cups. Just open to your heart because your heart is all of that. And recognize you are a messenger. You are a messenger of creativity, of poetry, of intuition. Open your heart and let your heart give its messages, my friend Robin. Okay, Linda Armstrong, my good friend. Hope you're doing well. And I am coming to the end of my available time. I'll get to as many people as I can, and I thank you all so much for being here. Okay. Let's see. Linda Armstrong. Ooh, the moon. So here's the thing, man. You are very, very intuitive, but sometimes you give way to dark imaginings. You have to breathe. You have to stay focused. You have to stay in your place of trust. And your intuition and your creativity will move forward. Okay. Oh, good. Priyanka, I got the pronunciation correct. Excellent. Very good, very good. Okay, you guys. So I am available for private readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, and here in my Palm City office. I am also available for mentorship at any level of your personal tarot or business development. I want to thank you all for being here. I'll be back here tomorrow with your readings for your weekly wrap-up. And don't forget, for my tarot friends, this Sunday, 10:30 Eastern Time. That's New York time. And remember, we have the time change. So those of you use your calculators to figure out when that is. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, Christiana Gaudet, Making Friends with the Suit of Swords, an hour-long free webinar. Hope to see you there. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Look forward to working with you. Be good.